about anything during birth that helped? Kendall, I know like birthing balls or just anything during birth that were products or tips or tricks that y'all liked.
It's all still very vivid for me, so I can go into detail or I can leave it kind of, G-rated. Basically, I used pretty much any and every tool in that room. The peanut ball was super beneficial to try to get him down into the birth canal. That was like one of the last things they did. The actual normal birthing ball helped a lot, just like through contractions and stuff like that during. I went in on Monday night to get induced, and I didn't have little man until Wednesday morning at 2:44 a.m. And so I had a long labor, but it really wasn't bad until about 2:30 on the 21st. And so I tell people I labored for 12 hours. I didn't get an epidural until about 6:30 or so, and then it didn't really kick in until about 8:30. And so there was like an hour and a half, 2 hour frame where, props to any mamas that do it all natural, because like it sucked, to put it lightly. Every mama's different, epidural or not, vaginal or C-section. All mamas are troopers. All mamas have their own birth story, and they're all beautiful in their own way. But yeah, definitely birthing ball, peanut ball. And then I will speak praises of Trevor too, he was an amazing birthing coach, just to have somebody. So if you have a doula, I have a cousin that's a doula in Canada, which sadly her business is kind of going down right now just with COVID too, because you can't have doulas in the birthing room with you right now due to the pandemic. But some sort of birthing support, whether it's a husband or a friend or a family member, somebody, because that really, really, really helped me get through the tough contractions, and just mentally having somebody there pushing you and supporting you to keep going.
Definitely leave your comedic husbands at home. Zach did good once he realized, after my third shut up or get out of here, that I didn't need any comedy. I just did my births basically the same, but on my third one I want to see what other options there are other than doing, or maybe before doing an epidural, just because I've gotten two and I already have bad back problems and my back hurts all the time, so I feel like it's probably not the best thing to have that injection epidural thing going in my back as well.
Was there anything in the hospital that you found useful or helpful, or anything that you brought like in your hospital bag that you were like, I wouldn't want to go through this without that? Like, I know one of y'all even, I think it was Kendall, you even told me like, make sure you pack your own comfortable socks. Like something like that I just like didn't even think of. Like I literally went on Amazon and bought like these lavender aloe like fuzzy socks with grippers on them.
Yeah,
so,
I had like cabin socks. I brought cabin socks and wore them. Slippers, my own robe. I slept in the hospital robe just in case, whatever got on it. But like during the day when I was up and moving and stuff, and the doctors were coming in and out, I put on my own robe and stuff.
I know y'all already, your biggest advice to me when I asked was take everything that the hospital gives you. Like if they give you blankets or diapers or wipes, or even
ask for all the extras because they'll give it to you.
Yeah. So what else is a good tip or trick to either have in your bag or to make sure to grab while you're there?
If you're gonna get induced and you have the awkward in-between time where you're not in pain yet, but you're bored, Monopoly Go is great, Kristin.
Hey.
We played it several times so my doctor could tell like when I was doing okay, versus she came in one time, she's like, I can tell you're uncomfortable now, because I wasn't smiling anymore.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could get any sort of type of nipple creams while you were there. I just thought it was purely like, the pads, the mesh underwear, and like the baby stuff. But my lactation nurse came in and you could tell I was just struggling. It was hurting so bad. And she's like, let me grab you some of these little tubes of these samples. She grabbed me 2 and I still have them. And like I've only used maybe half of one bottle and they're tiny. But I think it's called lanolin
cream?
I think so.
Yes.
Okay, so
they
that's
gave it to me at the hospital too. And I had some packed in my bag, but I used theirs, so I didn't have to use mine.
Same. Well, I had mama butter or whatever, which is organic and everything, and I still use it, but they're different. They smell different, and I don't know if he has a preference, but I can tell sometimes. I need to notice this more though. Sometimes he doesn't want to latch directly, and so I use a nipple shield sometimes too. I use them interchangeably, but I'm wondering if the times that he doesn't latch, if it's because I'm using one versus the other.
That would be something to pay attention to.
Yeah.
I know you don't have to wipe it off, but like I always did just because I felt like Cody was getting like bad baby acne, and I wasn't sure if it was from like the milk or if it was from the cream or from all of it or what, but I would make sure to like clean me and him before and after, just because his little baby acne was getting bad.
For his acne, did you treat it with breast milk?
No, I didn't do. You told me that after it was already gone and stuff. I've learned that, so I'll try it next time. But no, the only thing his doctor told me to do is just like when I gave him a bath, just wash his face real good every time and make sure there's no like dry milk or anything like crusted on his face.
Yeah. Hey,
no, but you had mentioned that to me, and I tried it with him, and I think it cleared up a little bit. For Brett, he didn't have it really bad, but I noticed it starting. And so I put it on different areas, and it cleared up within a day or two. Granted, he still has different areas that pop up, but it's not bad.
Yeah.
I feel like I've learned a lot from Kindle learning so much.
I know. Between y'all and my sister-in-law, it's like I probably should still be reading things. I am. I have books and stuff, but like I feel like I learn more from people that are going through it firsthand. Rather than a book that I might tune out during, or somebody that I'm not gonna be able to relate to. Like it means a lot more when it's like somebody that you know.
Yeah, and like even some of these classes that I was taking during, a lot of it I forgot because I mean you're not actively pursuing it or trying it firsthand. Whereas now, like one of these sleep classes, I rewatched something on it, and now I can actually actively do it, and I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It really does work. Or my baby's totally different. This doesn't work for my baby. Let's try something else.
How many months do you feel like it took you to kind of get rid of a majority of the excess post-birth?
Well, I'm only 1 month, so I still have the excess.
But
like right off the bat, I guess I lost 15, and I've been at that 15 mark for like 2 weeks now.
How soon? It was like a week after you gave birth that you felt like you lost the 15 of just water weight and everything else?
Oh, like literally, I got home that Friday or whatever it was, and I'd already lost 10 pounds. I mean, I haven't worked out or anything. I'm literally eating everything just to, help boost my milk supply and everything. So,
or both breastfeeding, right?
Yeah.
I think that breastfeeding has helped lose some of the weight because I haven't been working out, and I didn't immediately after having Lane, but I feel like I've lost the weight quicker with Cody than I did with Lane, even being older, but the difference being that I'm breastfeeding, and with Lane I stopped pumping at 2 months because my supply was down. I think I've lost 30 in total, and Cody's 4.5 months old. So
how long did it take you before you could, I know Kendall said that she doesn't quite feel comfortable doing more than like pelvic floor type stuff and breathing stuff right now, 4 weeks postpartum. Kelly, how long did it take you either time before you felt comfortable to start working out again?
Honestly, with Lane, I don't remember, but I feel like he was decently small when I was like sitting there using him as a workout tool in mom and dad's living room. Oh wait, we did a duathlon like 2 months after I had Lane.
Oh my God.
Well, obviously I felt okay within 2 months because I hopped on the back of a bike.
Jason and I were just talking about that because Jason even said, can you believe that you convinced your sister to do a duathlon 2 months postpartum? Like, I don't even know if had your stitches all come out yet. Like, you were on that bicycle seat. I remember you like.
Oh. I probably pulled out my stitches before then because I did that.
Remember you pushed through, but I also remember it was not, we both were like, I actually think that was a good idea.
It was not enjoyable by any means. I think it was even like raining and cold too.
It was February.
It was horrible. But so yeah, with Lane clearly by then.
I've literally just done breathing stuff. I can't imagine getting on a bicycle.
what I was thinking.
I have stopped riding a bike at, I think, 6 months. My balance has gotten so bad. It just makes Jason way too nervous. Everything makes him nervous.
Training wheels on it.
Yeah, no, they don't make those for a road bike. But it's okay because the last time we went on a bike ride, the National Guard was here, and it was when we were in like curfew in the city of LA, and I was out riding a bike, and they were like, "We could ticket you right now," and I was like, "I literally live down the street," and they were like, "It doesn't matter. Apparently there was a curfew at like 2 p.m. that I didn't know about. It was weird."